Okay, so we had a day in Mystic. Well, an evening in Mystic.
It was great.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Shoshana think the ice cream is reggae.
No.
Traveling while fat, traveling while black, and it's a pandemic, so we navigating that. Here's in the wind, cause the Jeep top's back. You get it how we living, now sit back and watch that.
We're in Mystic, Connecticut. I feel the need to do jazz hands because that's the type of town it was, right?
Yes, it was very picture perfect, Hallmark-esque.
Gilmore Girls-y. Yes, it was so lovely.
Mm-hmm.
We received this recommendation to go to Bridge Ice Cream from the server at Ford's because we were looking for a dessert and just somewhere to like really kick back or whatever. So we ended up in Mystic, which was like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was right there.
A 10-minute drive, and all the shops they had. It's such a quaint town. Like I loved it. I loved it.
What do you think about Mystic, Mom? Mom, what do you think about Mystic?
So I never knew this was on my mom's travel bucket list, and it's amazing that on her birthday, you know, we were able to end up in a town that she wanted to end up in.
Oh yeah, she did say that.
I love Mystic. And I seen it on HGTV for fabulous houses and place to live. And I put it in my iPad. I was telling Shoshana.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and now you're here.
Bridge Ice Cream, in addition to like creameries like we went to at the other episode, if you didn't view it, like go view it now. This one had a multitude of flavors. They allowed people to walk in, which was great. And I was just excited, right?
Mm-hmm. They had even more flavors than Iggy's did.
And they had a lot of other stuff too.
Yeah,
like,
they did.
Yeah, it was a plethora of things. They had variety. If you like variety, that's the place to be. What I loved is that it was right on the Drawbridge. Like, it was the last business on the Drawbridge.
Probably why they were so full.
It was definitely a place to be. We were a bit touristy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Sorry, like.
Yeah.
The Drawbridge went up, and we were like, ooh. It was amazing. It was nice to see.
It was. And one of the locals there was like, you guys are tourists, aren't you? He's like, because we see this every day. I'm like, yeah, it is cool, though. It's not every day you see that.
Like, we don't go to Times Square, right? So. They have a nice little walking park area on the side of the bridge that you can sit, watch the people go by, the boats pass.
Hi.
I love it when you wave hi or, you know, tell a boat to honk their horn, and they actually do. To me, it's so cute. Shoshana saw a little doggy in the water.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. It was just a cool place.
Okay, so we had a day in Mystic. Well, an evening in Mystic.
It was great.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Shoshana think the ice cream is reggae.
No,
She said it ain't no loud ice cream.
No.
She
I
said
said
a lot
it's
of
very
flavors
good,
and
but I'm
variety.
just saying the way people were raving about it.
But you gotta remember, this is like a small town.
I know. I'm like, maybe that's what it is, because I've had good. That's not the first place I had like excellent ice cream.
First of all, let me just say something about this ice cream. This ice cream was popping, right? Ice cream was amazing. The amount of flavors were amazing. I had the Jamaica Me Nutty. Amazing, especially because, you know, I like nuts, but do with that what you will, people. Do with that what you will. And the ice cream that I had three different kinds of nuts. So I had that was just what stood out for me.
So to me,
no.
So to me, it was regular.
Just put it flat. No, flat. Yep, just close it. You and Shoshana ain't gonna have a camera left. Okay. So how are the people in Mystic, would you say?
Friendly and nice.
Except for this family who thought it would be okay to walk in the ice cream parlor with no shoes, like 3 of them. Where were their shoes?
At the beach.
Like I'm like that's what I'm wondering. Like, where were their shoes?
They were at the beach.
What beach?
Wherever they just came from, they must have just came from the water because they were dripping wet. And they had towels on that beach.
So it was like what, 5 of them?
Yeah, they was probably in a boat or something. It was a whole family.
And then why he said something about her shoes and not wearing a mask?
That's what I was wondering too. I'm like,
And he looked like he didn't even want to approach her.
yeah, he probably didn't.
He sent that little girl out to tell her, and the little girl was too scared.
He probably didn't tell her. He probably didn't want to tell her.
I know they didn't want me to
People
tell.
were uncomfortable
Saying
confronting
something.
people.
Why? Like,
But not everybody is.
but your health is at risk.
I know, but not everybody looks at it like that. You know, I get where you're coming from, but I understand people who don't got asthma and stuff, or who don't.
But there's a lot of people die that have.
I know, but I understand the other side of it. A lot of people, it's out of sight, out of mind, so they're not thinking like that. They're not thinking like that. That's why it don't bother some people.
That's why
As
the
much.
epidemic turned into a pandemic.
Serious face. And let me just preface, as you know, my collegiate student here would say, let me just preface this with saying that I understand the workers' concern or hesitation. So I'm going to just say that. There was a family of 5 in there.
3 children, 2 adults.
No shoes. No shoes at all.
Dripping wet. They must have just came from swimming or something.
No mask. And people in the line are clearly uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. Nobody's saying anything. Mm-hmm. I, with my asthmatic behind, skedaddle. And let me also say that it says masks are mandatory. Like
outside,
right?
Yeah.
There's a sign that says masks are mandatory. So I exit the line because people are whispering and talking or whatever, and I go to the gentleman behind the counter, and I, excuse me, there's a family here, over there, and I point them out. No mask, no shoes. Like, I felt comfortable complaining about it because I saw the policy like posted right outside. We're all following the rules. You can see the hesitation.
Yeah.
And I'm just standing there waiting for action to be taken because, of course, I don't want it, you know. And surprisingly, he sends one of the young lady over. Attempts to send a young lady over to address the family. The young lady herself doesn't feel comfortable doing so. And he ends up telling them that they have to leave because they don't have shoes on.
Yeah.
Which I found peculiar. So we're just not going to address the fact that it clearly says there's a mask policy, and then this family has no mask.
Yeah.
But I say this to say that, you know, as a customer, I want the establishment to enforce the rules. But as a person, because I'm a person first, you know, you see stuff on the news all the time where people fighting the workers, especially in supermarkets and stuff, for trying to enforce their rules. And we're now at a place where I got to come to work and be a server and a security guard and a therapist sometimes. And, you know, to me, it's not fair to the workers. And that's why, you know, we're in New York City, so that's why a lot of places have security guards. But even the security guards sometimes, you know, have a hard time enforcing it. And as a customer, I was upset, but as a person, I understood. So that's just such a touchy subject, because I understood why he was scared. Like, you have a father, a mom, and 3 kids. So I think nationwide, because you see these things happening nationwide, they really need to take a look at that. And try to find some kind of a remedy. Maybe stop people at the door.
Yeah.
If you're not wearing a mask, or, you know, because by the time they're in line and waited, I'm sure the guy waited a while because he was kind of up in the line. So, like, you wait till I then got to the 3rd circle of the line to tell me that I can't. Yeah.
I think the manager, though, should be, even though it's uncomfortable, I think ultimately it should be the manager or the shift manager, because they're the one who's, you know, leading the ship. And it's uncomfortable, but it's like, what are you going to do? Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable. And in this environment, we need masks. Like, if you have to call the cops, or if you have to take further action, it's like, what are we supposed to do? Are you supposed to risk infecting your other customers and your employees because it's really that uncomfortable to tell one person? I get the uncomfortableness, but I'm also not a manager or in a position of power, so it's harder for me. But if I was a manager, like, that's something I would keep in mind. Like, that's part of being a manager and leading a team, I think.
And to address the traveling while black concern, we were, again, we were like the only black people there, I think, right?
Yeah.
And my fear was, you know, this is an all Caucasian family. Am I gonna have to leave, or are they gonna have to leave? And I knew if I was made to leave because they wouldn't enforce the rules, I would have felt some type of way about it, you know? But I'm sad to say sometimes that happens. So I was happy that, you know, although they were apprehensive and didn't act immediately, once I guess he figured it out or whatever, he did ask them to leave. Because when it wasn't happening, I'm like, well, dang, like, are we gonna, like, have to leave even though we're doing everything right and we're just pointing out what one family isn't? And what got me is, and I say this all the time, everybody on that line was whispering, pointing, felt uncomfortable. Nobody was willing to say something. Soon as that family left, everybody acted like they had something to do with it. Like, yeah, because and you were sitting on the sidelines, sit on the sidelines. Like, don't try to, like, you can see people's shoulders, like, just relaxed a little. And it was just funny to me how they was acting like they actually had something to do with it.
Because people
everybody didn't take it seriously.
Yeah, that's what happened.
All I know is I saw something and I said.
And remember too, we're from New York. We're the epicenter. Right now, people are just starting to really, like, oh shit, we need to take it seriously. A lot of people, it wasn't affecting them because it wasn't in their backyard.
Do I embarrass you sometimes?
No. Are you kidding me? Everyone needs an Aya, trust me. Trust me.
Get you one of me.
Yes.
All right? Get you one of me. So.
Yeah, for real. No, I definitely wasn't embarrassed. And I understood. So that could be it too. Not making excuses. I'm just saying. I'm noticing the pattern.
And then the guy said a lot of people are here. They left New York and came here because they own multiple properties. We gotta get like that.
I agree.
Definitely gotta get like that. We got some work to do.
Bi-coastal.
We got some work to do. Pull the Jeep on the ferry and go about our business.
Yes, I agree.
So we're heading back to the telly. The teller. And we'll chat with you guys when we get there.
So overall, it was a dope place. I would love to go and, like, stay a few nights in Mystic itself, because there were some nice looking restaurants around, right?
Yeah, it was. And shops and everything.
And, you know, they had public access kind of scenic views and little crevices in between. They have some of the best looking alleys I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like this one. So yeah, it was great.
Okay, so
Our checklist.
traveling while fat, check. Traveling while black, check. Traveling during a pandemic, check plus.
Check minus. Don't be in no place with no sugar, no rest.
It was a check plus because we came out okay.
Yes, we counted the days. 14 days later. It's that. It was just it was a check minus, not because of the establishment thing, but that person and their family just really
Salted the experience for you, yeah.
Yeah, but again, thank you to the guy again. So that's all. Visit Bridge Creamery.
Traveling while fat, traveling while black, and it's a pandemic, so we navigating that. Here's in the wind, cause the Jeep top's back. You get it, how we living. Now sit back and watch that.